Okay, hello everyone. My name is Seyiesal Koso, and I welcome you all to the very first episode of OFFPersona podcast. This podcast is going to be a little different. It's going to be short, but we promise to keep it as engaging as possible. And we aim to keep it as informal, raw, unhinged, but with the aim to go beyond their profession, the conversation go beyond the profession. Our main motive is to know the person, the true personality and face behind their work. So join me as I interview our very first guest, who is a young entrepreneur who runs a cafe, owns an enterprise, and he's none other than Mr. Kikruneihu Sanchu.
Hello.
Thank you.
So my name is Kikru, and I'll be talking a little about myself right now. So I am an engineer by profession, and I did my master's in town planning as well.
Okay.
But with everything going on with the influx of engineers in the market, so I didn't like all the competition, and I didn't want to get into the societal norm of competing for exams and whatnot. So I decided to become an entrepreneur. So I started with a hostel, and then it's a hostel in PG combined, and now I recently started this cafe.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. So right now, before we officially begin with the question, right now we're here at the Oak Café, which is located near Razor Point. So if you ever happen to come across this site, make sure to visit this place. It's very aesthetic, cozy, and the food here is amazing. I believe I haven't tried it yet, but
You will.
I know it's going to be amazing. So
Visit.
So, Kiku,
Yeah.
the other day, like, ako mas curious in between na.
Sure.
Comfortable sir.
Anything.
The other day in cafe, I've met him just last month, and we had a very good conversation, and he told me about his story, how he started this cafe, and it was truly inspiring to me, which I had to do this podcast. So, if you don't mind, could you kindly just tell the history on how you started this Oak Cafe, na?
Okay.
Story behind the name. So, yeah.
So I'll tell you a little bit about the vision first before I get into the story. So the vision is to provide a safe and affordable environment for anyone to eat, like no matter your social class. Naga people don't have a lot of gap in our social classes, but it's more of a it's a very affordable place where you can get very affordable food,
Yeah.
and you can get a very cozy ambience where you can bring your friends, bring your family, anyone, right? And then I do also have an option for painting as well. Like you can get a canvas, you can paint it, you can hang it on our wall. Yeah. So you can hang it on our wall, and I will remember all your stories. Right?
Okay, so
I'm always here. Yeah.
sorry to cut you, but who gave you the idea to do this painting?
So the painting was inspired from a cafe in Delhi.
Okay.
So I was there for 2 years doing my master's.
Okay.
So I went to this cafe. So it's a place where you can, chill and eat. And while you do that, you can paint.
Okay.
So a lot of couples used to come to this place.
Okay.
So I thought first of all, the prices were like really high.
Yeah.
So I thought why not make a cheaper alternate version of that?
True.
Why can't we have good things at affordable prices, right? So that's why I decided to bring the canvas. By the way, it's only 150.
150.
So if you want to compare the prices there, it was $500 for one canvas.
Okay. So last time if I remember correctly, you said your goal is to keep the budget under 150, whether it be the food or the place, right?
Yeah. So getting back to the whole vision thing again. So I'll get back to that. Why it's 150?
Okay.
But let me explain some things first.
Tell us.
So why oak and oath? Right?
Yes. Okay.
So the oak resembles the oak tree. Right. The oak tree is such a tree that it has it grows tall, it grows strong, and it has multiple branches, and it branches out, gives shelter to little creatures, right? Like squirrels, insects, whatever. So I want this place, or this, I'm hoping that I will make a restaurant chain out of this place, right? Or out of this Oak Oath. So I want this Oak Oath to be such a place where I give in a sort of shelter, like whether it be employees or whether it be people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
Through affordable prices, through employment, so through things like that, I want to give a space to people. And like the oak tree, I wanted to grow, keep growing and growing, right? I wanted to be the tallest in the forest. So
That's
that
really
was,
creative.
yeah, so that's the oak part. And coming to the oath part, right? So when I was like conceiving the idea of opening such a place, say I was very lost. Like my background is not such like that it's relating to entrepreneurship or relating to business, or relating to culinary arts or whatnot, right? So I was a little lost. So that time, like I prayed and I prayed to God,
Okay.
and He gave me this vision. From the vision to the execution,
Yeah.
to the managing and whatnot in the future, the promise. So I owe it all to God. So that's where the oath part comes from. So the God's oath, like God's promise to magnify, to make it grow. So that's the oath part. Plus there's my own personal oath as well. You asked me why it's all under 150.
Yeah.
So since I wanted to keep it affordable, I thought 150 is a good benchmark, and that number actually came to my mind when I was praying about it.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I'll keep everything under 150, no matter what I bring in the future. So I'm planning to bring more dishes, and even when I bring more dishes, or no matter what, I'll try to keep it under 150. So that's the whole reason. Yeah.
That's really inspiring. Hearing your story, it's not a story you get to hear every day, so it's really inspiring. Again, another question what I want to ask is that the name of the menu.
Yeah.
You have unique name like the if don't mind me if I'm pronouncing wrong, but Forza Latte.
Yeah, for salad.
So, but then you have like people's name as well, like Usher's noodles or chicken, was it? So, what's the story behind why, unlike other restaurant, you have Momo Chow, different names, but here you have a person's name, and what's the story behind?
Okay, so I'll get into that. So the reason why I have like names is because basically, if I was to keep it short, I would say because that person gave me the dish.
Okay.
Right. Okay. But why am I naming it after them is a whole other story.
Okay.
So for me, I care about stories. I care about legacies. So
The verb, yeah.
yeah, so I care about legacies, I care about stories, and I want to give honor to the people who have helped me through this journey. Again, like I said, I had no idea about anything relating to the culinary world. So these are people who have stepped up and suggested, recipes, or even taught me how to make these things. So I'm just passing it down to my employees, and of course I'm not the one cooking it, but it's something like the legacy is being passed down.
Okay.
And whenever someone eats or whenever someone comes, looks at the menu, so I'm hoping my friends, my colleagues, or whoever gave me like their names will be remembered.
Oh, that's such a beautiful, amazing idea, yeah. Like it's very inspiring when you that's so thoughtful of you actually, now, because you're not forgetting the work, the hands, all the people who are involving their hands in helping you succeed in whether it may be in the kitchen or maybe in the execution of this cafe. You're honoring them, so that's amazing. First of all,
I do love my friends, and I want to give honor where it's due. I want to give respect where it's due. So that thought, not to say I'm a good person or anything.
You are a
no,
good person.
please, it's not to say that, but it's more like I'm just giving back what they have given me. So I don't see myself as a good person, but I see them as good people for helping me in the first place. So yeah, that's the reason.
you are actually a good person, because I don't think there's any other cafe, as far as my knowledge, that's honoring the name of the people who are working and helping. So that's really thoughtful of you, no? But again, we have a lot of questions, so we'll be moving on. Okay, so every business has its hurdle, right? It may be running cafe, if you're any kind of business, clothing, brand, anything. Every business has its hurdle. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced when you were starting this cafe? Of course, God help you, of course. But what was the biggest challenge? Did people say, like, basically society discourage you? Like, here in our society, see, after you graduate, the first option that comes is exam and PhD, right? By default, basically. So after when you graduate or when you were thinking to start a cafe, were you challenged with such like opinions to give exam, or were you like supported greatly by your family or your family? Just
So there were hurdles like that. Like again, every Naga youth faces this hurdle, right? So since I'll get a little bit about my background. Like my dad is also an engineer,
Okay.
and he's working in the government.
Okay.
So naturally, they also expect me to follow his footsteps, right?
Yeah.
Not that I would get through the exams, but they want me to try at least.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've not even tried giving exams.
Okay.
Okay, personally. So it's because one thing is like again, I'm not a very competitive type of person. I don't think I'm up there in terms of the memory power needed to clear these competitions and whatnot. So there were a lot of hurdles like, why are you doing this, right? Like your dad is like this, or you're like this, your grandpa is like this. Why don't you also go into the same bureaucratic field, right? The government service field. And I get a lot of those things, but it's at the end of the day, it's not it's not about it's not about like it's not something I want, right? I want to pave my own pathway. So in life, like I am a very how do I say, I'm a very adventurous person, I would say. So I have this risk-taking nature. So I'm okay with risking all that. And obviously there are always voices coming here and there. But then the thing is like, I just learn to live with it. I just learn to ignore it. Because like not every opinion should weigh on your heart. You get to choose. And of course, a lot of people are coming from the family side. A lot of people are telling me, don't get into the government, don't do this, don't do that. But at the same time, there are a lot of other people who are encouraging me, which I'm very thankful for.
I'm also encouraged by what you're doing, because the first time when I met you, basically, no offense, I thought you were younger than probably my age. And I'm
I get that a lot.
and I'm like very like, when you said you were starting a cafe, and I'm like very inspired. How come someone who's this young has the ability to do this now? Maybe there are people, but I haven't met one so far. And I'll be honest that he's one of the reasons why I'm starting this podcast. I had a lot of visions in my head that I want to do this podcast, but then last month when we met at its what was the name of the cafe? Midway Corner. Yeah.
Please visit.
Yeah, such a great cafe with good coffees, beverage. So I was having this conversation with him, and he asked me about what's my passion or what do I want to do, and I just shared like plainly, just without hesitation, I said I want to have my own podcast channel in the long run. And so he said, then what's stopping you? So that was like a reality check to myself, that I had to think, that's what's really stopping me. It's only, at the end of the day, it's just the excuses, like waiting for the right time, fear of failure. But at the end, you have to take the leap of faith. And so here I am today, my first podcast video with the person who encouraged
So
me.
I'm really happy actually. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Actually, thank you for letting me be the first. Such an honor.
The honor is mine, actually.
Also, if you don't mind, I'll go a little off topic, like relating with passion, to do with passion and whatnot, right? Because like you can spend your whole life being comfortable in your comfort zone. You might not risk failure, and you might be somewhere in life. But then at the end of the day, like comparing your life to the infinite flow of time, what you feel does not really matter. But at the end of the day, it's like what you do, whether you live the life you wanted to live. So that always encourages me to go for it, and it's not like every time I go for it, it's not like I'm certain that I'll make it. Obviously not, because nothing's certain in life to begin with, right?
Exactly.
But it's like the leap of faith.
Yeah.
I muster up the little courage I have.
Yeah.
I go for it. So like I do believe that at the end of the day, it's not about making it, but it's about trying, like doing your best to get there.
Yeah.
So yeah, just wanted to share that.
Trying and failing is better than not trying at all.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's a win. Even if you fail, it's a very good lesson for your next step. So it's better you try.
Yeah, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, exactly. So for those who are hesitating, if you're looking forward to start something in life, like maybe business, or if you want to go pursue something, just go ahead. If you're doubting yourself, pray about it. Like at the end of the day, even though no matter how talented or capable you are, it comes down to the leap of faith, the first step. So if you're in that situation, then just listen to our brother here. He has taken the leap of faith, and we are here at this cafe. So, a lot of questions, but okay. For those of you who are watching, for the viewers, okay. For the viewers, what advice would you give that if to the viewers who are looking forward to start a business, whether it may be cafe, brand, clothing, right? What's your advice to them? Like, give a reality check from your experience. Nah, before they start, what would be your advice to them? And just give it a reality check.
Actually, I wouldn't say I'm a person who knows a lot of things. I wouldn't say that, right? And I don't have as much experience as many people that I've looked up to. But like, I'm just 28, so. But then I will give you a piece of advice that I know for certain is true, right? So, starting everything business, and this applies to not just business but anything in life. So it's all about like God, to be honest, and that's the only thing I'm certain of. Because I don't know a lot of things. I don't know anything, to be honest. I believe I don't know anything, but I do know that I do know one thing: if God gives you the passion in your heart, then He won't betray it. Since He's a good God, why would He give you something that you can never attain, right? Why would He give you your like? I'm not talking about shallow desires, but I'm talking about the innate nature like that everyone has, right? There's an innate desire in everyone that I want to do something. I want to, I want to help people. I want to grow a business this big, and then I want to do this. Like, I want to be somewhere. Okay, these are good passion, I would say. I'm not talking about desires like I want to take drugs, I want to drink alcohol, not that type of desires, but those innate desires. You know, that desire that when you think about it, it gives you shivers. When you think about it, it brings you to tears, right? Like if you imagine yourself in that position. So desires like that, I believe that God is a good God. He will always give you desires that you can attain. Right? Yeah. So that's why the one advice is always pray about it. Always seek God first. Yeah. And then where you have to go, what you have to do will be super clear. So that's the only piece of advice that I am super certain of that I will give you.
By prayer and faith.
Yeah.
So if you're looking forward to start a business, here's the piece of advice. Okay, so like I said, the main goal of our podcast is to go beyond the profession and know about the person's real personality and their story. So right now we're talking about the cafe, the business, and it's a little advice, but let's go a little deeper. I want to know sides of you which I don't know yet, but let's just try. Okay.
Spicy.
You can say that. So, what's a small quirky habit that you have nobody would guess just by looking at you or at your business success?
Okay, like quirky habit, like off the top of my head, I mean, some would say it's a type of OCD, but
okay.
In my mind, I'm always counting.
Counting. Like counting what?
Like doesn't matter, anything. Sometimes I'm just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Like it's always going on somewhere up there. You know, like some people have told me that it's OCD. Some people have told me that it's ADHD. But I've never gotten formally, medically diagnosed.
Okay.
So I don't know what it is, but I'm always counting.
That's yeah. I don't expect it to get you, but 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's one. Another is if you could invite any 3 people, past or present, to come to your cafe, have a cup of tea or lunch, who would they be and why? You can take your time.
Okay, so 2 people off my head. Okay, I don't have 3 people. I just have 2
It's
people.
okay, 2 will be fine.
No, wait. Actually, I got a third person.
Okay.
Give me out.
I'm saying
1, Jesus Christ, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because from the source, wisdom from the source, right? Why not? And then second, Leo Tolstoy. Who? Leo Tolstoy, the author of War and Peace.
I don't know, but tell me about
so, He's a basically he's a philosopher. I'll give you a short summary of his life. And all his life he has chased simplicity.
Simplicity.
Yeah, so his pursuit of simplicity, right? So it's very inspirational. So it, looking at his life, what I get from it is like radical, unending pursuit of your passion. So he has seen a lot of, a lot of side of life. He has been in wars and whatnot. So he's also a noble. But at the end of the day, he let go of everything and he was pursuing simplicity, as he understood it. So there will be a lot of debates on what simplicity is, but it doesn't even matter what simplicity is. The point is he pursued it with an undying passion. So that's really inspiring to me. And then the third one, of course, the father of cynicism, Diogenes. Diogenes of Corinth. So he's a philosopher.
Okay,
I think it was in the time of Socrates. He was alive now. So even him, he's the father of cynicism. I'm not a cynic, but I do love again the way he pursued what he believed in. Because for me, I believe that as a man, you are what your values are and how well you keep them. Doesn't matter, even if it's bad values, good values, because but it makes you a man if you wholeheartedly keep your values, right? It gives you character.
Whether good or bad, right?
So that's what I admire. So few of them.
Wow. I honestly don't know the second and third person. I don't know, but I've learned them from him. And again, looking at this cafe, if your cafe could talk, right?
Okay. Ooh, interesting.
If your cafe could talk, what's the funniest or most unexpected thing you think it would say about you or the customers or say the workers?
Okay, like to me personally, the cafe would say, do the renovations which we're planning to do. I mean, not renovations, but I'm planning to add some new things.
Okay.
So, start adding.
Yeah.
That's what he would tell me. And I guess for the customers, I do believe, looking at the ambience, the feeling we get when we enter, I do believe my cafe is such a cafe that if it could talk, it would be singing hymns,
True, yeah.
to my customers.
True.
So that's what I believe.
The place itself is very cozy. You walk here and you just see the place. It's very cozy. Okay, so just to be clear again, here it's located in Gaza Point, just right opposite this New Market Supply Complex, right?
Yeah, KMC.
That's small, by the way. KMC. So you just go inside and there's like a bunch of second-hand stores. So on the first floor, right? It's located here. So make sure you pay a visit.
Yeah, please do.
And try their Forsal latte. I'm sorry I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah,
but anyway, let's move on. Okay, this is a little interesting. Okay. Everybody has their own definition of success, right? So according to you, what is your definition of success?
Okay, so I've been over this question so many times in life,
Page in web years ago.
hey, please vote for me. Anyway, so I've been over this question, I don't know, man, thousands of times in life, because with sometimes discussing with friends, sometimes asking myself. So I've never really come to a solid conclusion, but my answer as of now would be, for me, success would be if I reach my goals, the goals that I've set for myself, and if I have achieved contentment in life, and if I have a story to tell, that would be successful.
Success. Having a story to tell, legacy.
Yeah, story to tell, contentment, and reaching my goals.
Success. So I definitely feel like you're getting there.
Thank you. I would like to imagine so myself, because it's good to have a positive mindset wherever you're going. So if you think your goal is too far away, you can't achieve it, most likely you'll destroy yourself. But if you think every day I'm making progress, every day I'm getting there, then it's a sort of self-motivation as well.
Yeah.
You'll eventually get there.
In the Bible, it also says that our tongues have the power to speak life and death.
Yeah.
Even whenever you face a counter negative situation and you're filled with negative thoughts in your head, it's the best is you can do. Even you don't feel it, just say, "I will reach it. I will do it." No, if I'm not mistaken, Michael Jackson, even in his biography, he said that he would write, "I'll be the greatest pop star, like greatest album. He would write a piece of paper and place it in his room. Every time he would just wake up, see the piece of shit that he wrote, the greatest album of all time, he would just speak it. And even Bruce Lee, he says, never speak negatively of yourself.
Don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke.
I agree.
It's bad energy, right? So, like the Bible says, our tongue has the power to speak life and death. So, even at times of like discouragement and when everything's going on, still say like, "I will do it. I can do it.
Yeah.
Even in your head, nah. And I believe
Speak
that's
yourself to life. Even if you're dead. So even if you're a pessimistic person, you can always change. You can always start speaking good things,
True.
and then your life will automatically become better.
True. Okay. So, like I said, our goal is to keep this as short as possible. We're almost there at the end. But not last, but what's a piece of advice you wish someone gave you when you were just starting out?
Starting out as in like when I was in college or like this business. Because this business is fairly new, so I might not have something like that. But
Okay, anyway, you said you have an enterprise, right? Enterprise.
yeah, I'm working on it.
How long has it been?
It's been about a year only though.
Yes. Still, even college or any
Okay,
piece of
college.
advice.
About college, I'll just say like which I wish someone told me. The one thing that I wish someone always told me, when I was back then, when I was lost and whatnot, right, was to stop distracting myself from my fear of facing the reality, right? Because back then I was addicted to gaming.
Okay.
And why gaming? Because I would escape reality through gaming, right?
What's
I don't
what's
want
the name of the game?
Sorry?
Killer game.
I play all sorts, man.
Really?
But yeah, that time I think I was playing mostly this Mobile Legends.
So Mobile
Playing.
Legends. So?
So yeah, I mean it's fine to play.
Yeah. But at your limits.
Yeah, don't let it take over your life. You know what I'm saying? So like then I wish someone would have pushed me to face reality instead of hiding. And even when I resolved myself to stop playing less, I was always hiding behind something else, right? So unless you face the truth, you'll just keep jumping from one addiction to another. So that's basically what I wanted to hear, what I needed to hear.
So this might be advice for you, all those Mobile Legends players, gamers.
Face
Take it as
reality.
advice. Yeah. So okay, we are coming. So let's just wrap up with one last question. So before we were okay, what's a piece of advice? Alright, similarly, but you would give to someone who's just starting out, right? So just say, imagine, say, God forbid, but say this is your last day today. It's my last day, and you have to leave a piece of advice for the younger generation, right? Who is starting like business or anything, and it's your last day. What would be the last piece of advice you would give?
Okay, so
Take your time.
immediately something came in my mind. I will just read it out, the exact words, nah?
Yeah, sure.
So this is something that a friend of mine wrote on a script, and I was reading the script. She sent it to me, and I was reading the script, and I saw this line, and it really switched something inside of me, like something switched. You know, it's one of those life-switching codes. Yeah. So the code goes like this. Okay. So why are we risking not living a happy past only to have an uncertain future?
Can you come again?
Okay. Why are we risking not living a happy past? Past, right? Like
Yeah,
past.
happy past.
Only to have an uncertain future. It's deep. It's deep.
If you really
That's
think
deep.
about it,
So basically, that I would leave that You know,
Yeah.
it encompasses everything that I've been through.
Okay.
So again, fear to face reality. Why? Because like, you know, the future is on. The future, like reality, the fear of facing reality is actually, if you look deep into it, is a fear of what's to come, right? Because like that's the real world. Things keep coming. So why risk having unhappy, you know, past? To like, you are risking your future, like, okay, how do I say this?
Not being able to like live the moment.
Basically. So you're not able to do anything in a moment. You are living an unhappy past, just for an uncertain future, because you don't even know what the future is going to hold, right?
Exactly.
Makes sense?
Exactly. Yeah.
So it encompasses everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I love that advice. Okay, one last. Okay, it just came up to my mind.
Yeah.
I said this the last, but last question.
Hey, you.
If it's still deep, personal,
Yeah.
you can skip it if you want. But if somehow, again, God forbid, if you die today, okay, I don't wish that on you or anyone.
Thank
How
you, I
do you want
guess.
to be remembered? How do you want your friends or the people close to you or people who are watching this video? How do you want people to remember you?
I've thought about this again. I've thought about this so many times. I want to be known as the guy who lived what he believed.
Guy who live what he did.
So, you know, the guy who lived for his values
Okay.
and never compromised.
So I love that. No compromises.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a lovely conversation, Kikruneihu.
Thank you so much again, Say.
And thank you so much for
It was an
accepting
honor.
me. So yeah, with that we come to the end. Once again, this is Kikruneihu Sanchu. He's the owner of the Oak Oath Café. So if you ever come across Razu Point, again, this is the third time that I'm saying, make sure to visit this cafe.
Please do.
And with that, yeah, we come to the end of our very first podcast. I will make sure to stay tuned. Comment down below on what you think and who do you want me to interview next. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then please subscribe. And if you're watching this on Instagram, please make sure to show some love. Follow OFFPersona and Oak Oath page. And I
And do
promise
leave
to,
comments.
yeah, please, good, bad, just leave your thoughts. I just want to know that. So yeah, with that we come to the end. Thank you so much. And once again, what's your story?